Half of one.
Go on.
A South African hospital successfully conducted a penis transplant.
Surgeon said it wasn't hard. And then the patient was all like, that's why I got rid of the old one. Apparently, you got to get the permission of the family of the... I can't remember. It was, basically, there has to be, like, consent specifically related to this guy's junk. Like, the guy who got the penis of the dead guy...
Oh, 2 signatures, you mean?
Like, I think his family had to sign off. Like, doesn't matter if you sign up to be an organ donor. Like, because it's a guy's junk, they're like, okay, we're going to be burying him without his penis. Like, I don't. Can you imagine? I don't know, man. Like, look. Obviously, who knows what sort of
peel
wreckage.
That little donor sticker off of your driver's license now?
Yeah. Oh no, I took that off. I'm not like a huge conspiracy theorist, but the whole idea that, and it's not like I took it off. I just never signed up to be an organ donor. Yeah. But it's just like that. There's so many stories about people like, oh, this is an organ donor. We'll let him die. I know he's hanging on by a thread, but we can have his liver, eyes, and kidneys. Let him die.
Little Timmy next door needs to live a little bit.
Yeah, so like, and I know that's I know there's probably no truth to that whatsoever. The fact that they'll let you die if you're an organ donor, so they can give your organs away or sell your organs or whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly how that works, but I just decided I want to leave that one alone. And I think, I don't know, are you an organ donor?
Let me check here. Yes, I am.
You are?
I don't care. I'm dead.
Yeah, but you might not be. You might be hanging by a thread. And they might be like, ooh, we need a liver. And this guy, okay. Shame I couldn't get that. Shame I couldn't get the paddles to him sooner.
I don't know. If I'm in that state where they're looking at farming me, I'm probably out anyway, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm basing this on no fact or anything whatsoever. It's just it's just my paranoia, my that teeny tiny piece of Alex Jones-esque conspiracy theorist that lurks somewhere in the back of my mind that stops me from being an organ donor. Through Auschwitz, a concentration camp. He wrote, man's search for meaning between torture, cold, and damp. Victor could have just given up and been resigned to his fate, but he used it to write a book that made the world a better place. Bethany Hamilton lost an arm surfing in a shark attack, and what she had to overcome was crazy in the aftermath. Nobody would have blamed her for taking a different path, but she's pro surfing now, so what do you think of that? Helen Keller was an animal caged by being blind, deaf, and mute, but a teacher and Sullivan never gave up on the truth that what people say is impossible is just their own perception. Taught Helen how to speak and gave her life its direction. And if a woman can go from being considered to be legally an animal to a college grad activist, symbol of what's possible, don't you think it's true that you might have more to you than whatever people told you you're not smart or strong enough to do? You're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Yeah, so many people you see giving up, cause it's easier to face giving up than not living up to all of the things that you had said you wanted to be. When running away from challenge seems to be so much more easy, cause man's search for meaning means disbelieving, means not perceiving you're less to being, and you got something to offer that no one can take away. It means not accepting what life hands you every single day, and every way you write a story that just belongs to you. So when asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? When asked to write your own story, what you gonna do? Got somebody to be right. Got somebody to be right for now. You're giving up on ever being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth will end you faster, cause when you lose hope, that's a real disaster. Giving up on never being any better than this. You're giving up on the idea that even more exists. Giving up, nothing on earth.
Delivering fast Fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah, yeah. You've been talking about me for a long time. But you're too scared to.
What else is going on? This is a weird story. For a charity event in May, Mitt Romney is going to box against former heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. Yes, Mitt Romney and Evander Holyfield, yeah. Romney said it's time to get my ass kicked by a different black guy.
Mitt Romney, this is interesting to me. Mitt Romney has signed up to compete in a charity boxing match against former heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. Romney v. Holyfield. Say what you will about Mitt Romney, but he never gets tired of losing to black guys. It's like a thing.
Yeah. Everybody made the same joke. It was an obvious piece of comedic low-hanging fruit, but I'd like to point out that this is the only show where you heard him referred to as the Stormin' Mormon. And for that, we say you are welcome. Okay. Randy Quaid and his equally insane wife, Evie, posted a video of themselves having sex. Have you seen it? It's not like the simulated thing that they did last time. Basically, well, thank you, Internet. Here's something we can't unsee. This is as unappealing as you'd expect, especially because their dog won't stop barking in the background. This is theater of the mind now. Use your imagination to fill in the visual blanks of what I'm watching, wishing I wasn't watching. This is a scene where Randy holds onto a belt around Evie's neck while she pleasures herself with some sort of vibrating device, and they talk about how it's supposedly what killed David Carradine.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I don't hear nothing.
Can't hear nothing? Wait. Let's give this another
I can hear it on your headphones, but not. I can't hear it and won't hear it. I can't. I really want to hear it.
What happens when you allow me to press my own buttons?
You should try auto asphyxiation.
You know what the big kink is on that? What? It's when your oxygen's cut off to your brain as you're and you have a high. That's the kinky thing about it.
I'm gonna and you're gonna cut off my oxygen. So what's a safety word?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's too long a safety word. How about Rupert?
Okay, Roop.
Rupert! Rupert! Rupert!
Well, that was fun.
Let's try it with you.
No, I don't want to do it.
Probably how David died, though.
Rupert, of course, being Rupert Murdoch, and the David they mentioned, David Carradine.
She used a safe word.
Yeah.
And it didn't end.
And he didn't stop. It's not very safe of a safe word. They also posted a video of them talking about their Star Whacker conspiracy theory. Their Star Whacker conspiracy theory is that, his wife says that TMZ's Harvey Levin and a law firm kills celebrities. Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Harvey Levin is in bed with Alan Wattenmaker. Alan Wattenmaker is a fiduciary to movie stars, to actors, to musicians. And he invites Harvey Levin, the devil, to actors, to movie stars, to artists, to musicians, to his symposium. Why? So they can work together.
Harvey Levin is always the first one on the scene when a celebrity dies or there's any news about a celebrity.
These are murders, and these are setups, and these are staged arrests, and they are paid for, and this is a gargantuan money laundering Ponzi scheme, mafiosa group of people who are operating. And, artists are completely vulnerable and taken advantage of, from Whitney Houston to Michael Jackson to Courtney Love to Kurt Cobain to us, to anybody who is stupid enough and vulnerable enough to have hired this firm.
Well,
Hoffman, Sabin, Wattenmaker.
They're really just scammers, and they're just criminals.
Yeah. So, they talked about how they talked about how the autoerotic asphyxiation thing was what supposedly killed David Carradine. And I say supposedly because, as we know, like you just heard, Randy and Evie believe there's a cabal of star whackers in Hollywood who illegally gain access to celebrities' fortunes, then kill them. And they think that David Carradine was one of the victims. There's also a video where they talk about this in detail for more than 48 minutes. They even suggest these people took out Bobby Christina Brown so Whitney Houston will have no heirs. And as if this isn't unappealing enough on its own, the videos were shot in Randy and Evie's dingy apartment or hotel room in Canada, wherever it is they're holed up. And it's so small, they apparently don't have anywhere they can put their dog. And, they don't have anywhere they can put their dog when they, how can I put this? When they want to go heels to Jesus, which sucks because he's one of those dogs who barks incessantly, as you heard, when his owners have sex. When they're talking, though, the videos are kind of amusing, not just for the insanity, because they're constantly bickering. I can't figure out if this brightens or darkens my day. I think a little bit of both, but you might want to... You might want to take a look if you experience a lull in your Wednesday. Give it a go. Here's them talking about how their old law firm murders celebrities. Just so we're clear on how out there some of their thinking is.
And if anyone, particularly any celebrity who may listen to this, has their trust, their pension plan with Sabin Wattenmaker, I would strongly advise you to look at the documents and to...
What are you talking about? Strongly advise them. Go to the police. Go to the FBI. Go to the CIA.
Well, before you go to the police or the CIA, I would advise you to get some evidence first by looking at the documents and make sure that
being
you're...
casual like that is why we are in the position we're in.
Okay,
These are murderers.
Go ahead.
Murderers, okay? Murderers, embezzlers, money launderers. They are criminals who need to be incarcerated, okay? Who are trying to kill stars, who are murdering stars, who are offing celebrities every day. This is sick, okay? And this is a crime ring. And then they use their little media blogospheres to circle the celebrity, to embed into factions of society the fact that the celebrity's nuts.
I'm beginning to think that out of the two of them, old Randy might be the one that's a little bit more in possession of the vast majority of his marbles. That said, like the teeny tiny Alex Jones-esque piece of conspiracy theorist in the back of my mind, the one that prevents me from checking the organ donor box. As much as I would love for my organs to help other people live their lives in a more full way after I'm gone, there's this teeny tiny piece of Alex Jones conspiracy theorist in the back of my mind that suggests things like, if I'm hanging by a thread, they might not let me live just so they can harvest the organs and pass them on to someone else. I know it's effed up and it doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's in there in my mind and I can't do anything about it. That same piece of conspiracy theorist that speaks to me oh so softly in my subconscious also says there might be a grain of truth to some of the scenarios that the quaids are banging on about. Now, are they going about it the best way? Definitely not. But have they been victimized? Have they been cast out? Have they been... Yeah, probably. I mean, look, the cast out part comes when you start doing stuff like this. But the victimization thing, the embezzlement thing, some of the stuff that they talk about, and hear me on this one, I'm not saying they're sane. I'm not saying they're right about all this. But I do believe that there's probably a grain of truth to some of this stuff that they're talking about. Did I completely discredit myself as a journalist there? I don't think so, just because I'm open to possibility and I'm not super duper quick to judge. Hey, speaking of judging, and how people like to judge. I don't know if you caught it or not, but Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz has defended